Hi guys, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or this is the very first... Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm still sick. But anyway, so hi guys, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or this is the very first video you're seeing me. Welcome to my channel. Please do hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. I post Monday through Saturday, and today in this video, I'm going to do my top 10 What Would You Do episodes. So What Would You Do is a TV show that is produced by John Quinones, and he hires all these actors to play people in a situation that's for the TV show, and people step in and they watch to see if anybody will step in and help the situation and stuff, like if the girl's getting abused by her boyfriend, or if a kid is being mean to their parents and stuff like that, and then people will step in and help them, not realizing that it's actually a TV show until John Quinones pops out. It's really, really, really cool. So it's really fun to watch other people watch other people step in and help and stuff, and not realize that they're beyond camera. And I love watching people's reactions to realizing that they're being shot on camera doing all this stuff, and it's like everybody's like completely shocked and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm gonna get started. Started to talk about all the episodes that I like, and I usually don't like doing top 10 episodes because because usually these videos take me a while and stuff, but I thought I'd just talk about my top 10 What Would You Do episodes, and now I should probably get started before this video gets too long. So I'm gonna get started. So number 1 on my list would have to be retail refuses to sell wedding dress to woman marrying another woman. So one thing that I've found super sad, so one thing that really bothers me is when people are disgusted by a man or a woman marrying his same exact gender. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, people can love who they want. Like, if I married a girl, it would be completely fine and stuff. Or if a man married another man, it'd be completely fine. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, like, I think it's really cool. It doesn't matter if you're marrying the same gender. It's all about what makes you happy. It's not what makes other people happy and stuff. So one thing I like about this scenario is that it was actually inspired by a story of a bride-to-be who was denied a wedding dress because she was marrying another woman and stuff. But one thing I'm happy about is that the bride-to-be got her wedding dress and stuff. And I don't know how I forgot how she was able to get it, but I remember she was able to get her wedding dress at another retail. So I think this was a really good idea to inspire this by that story and stuff like that. And I loved watching people step in and tell the sales clerk it's not okay to be disgusted that way, because like it's not that big of a deal if she's marrying another woman, or it's not that big of a deal like who's in love with who. It's all about their decision, not the sales clerk decision. And that's what it's all about, blah, 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 blah. I love the fact that people were defending the bride instead of the sales clerk, and I think that was really awesome. Number 2 on my list would have to be sales clerk refused to sell clothes to transgender woman. So one of my biggest things that bothers me, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this because I've mentioned this in several videos, is people who judge people by their appearance. One thing I liked about this scenario is at first you see a sales clerk constantly being disgusted by a transgender woman and stuff. I don't like that scene, just so you guys know. I would like the fact that for the transgender woman, the clerk is disgusted by the transgender woman, but one thing, woman and how people are like defending the transgender woman instead of siding with the sales clerk and stuff. Like, I love the fact that people are helping the customer instead of the sales clerk, even though the sales clerk keeps like harassing the customer, and then like other people are like stepping in and telling the sales clerk to knock it off, because like it's the real world and people can shop wherever they want and blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter whom they are by gender or whatever, or how they dress and blah, 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 blah. People can just do whatever, shop wherever they want, even if they're a guy in a woman's clothing and stuff. And I love the fact that everybody's helping the customer instead of siding with the sales clerk and stuff. And then stuff, and like they're trying to get the sales clerk to leave the woman alone. And I love the fact that they're all working together to help her. Number 3 on my list has to be kid abuses nanny. So one thing I like about this scenario is I like the fact that a bunch of people are helping this nanny who is being verbally abused by this kid, and she's like mistreating her and like being so mean to her and stuff, and being ungrateful to her, and they're they're talking to the little girl. Even though the little girl is kind of being rude to the other customers, they're trying to teach the little girl that she should be grateful that she has a nanny to help her out. And they're telling her it's not okay to be mean to people when they're trying to be nice to you. And they're trying to tell her if she wants people to be nice to them, she needs to be nice to those people in return. People in order to have kindness in return. And I think that is a good lesson to teach kids, like, because a lot of little kids don't really understand sometimes if you're mean to someone, they're going to be mean to you back. So I like the fact that these people are stepping in and defending the nanny over the nanny who's trying to be nice to the little girl, and the little girl's just like taking advantage of the nanny, and they're telling the little girl it's not okay to be acting this way towards a nanny. I really like that. Number 4 on my list would have to be nail salon employee rude to customer or skin condition. So again, a lot of you guys know this about me. My biggest pet peeve is people who judge people by their appearance, like skin color, face, blah, 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 or this or that. It's just like hurtful in my opinion. It's so hurtful. I really do not appreciate people judging other people by their appearances and how they look and blah, 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 blah. And like it just like really breaks my heart to see other people judge the appearance of like their skin color, their hair, or blah 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 blah, or what they look like. So yeah, so the skin condition is actually called vitiligo. It's like a skin condition where your skin is all patchy and stuff. And so when the customer picks up like a bunch of nail polish, the employee is like completely disgusted by her skin condition and is like putting on gloves because she's worried it's contagious and stuff, even though the customer keeps telling her it's not contagious, but she's not listening. And I love the fact that people are stepping in and defending the customer instead of siding with the employee. And I think that's really, really nice that they're trying to help the customer out rather than let the employee win and stuff. Because I hate those people who just judge others by their appearance. It really bothers me and stuff because it's just so hurtful and stuff. And I just love the fact they also had a model. I don't remember what the model's name was, sadly, but she also has vitiligo. And they let her go in for the scenario and stuff, and so she could experience and stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool and stuff. They had like the model with her so that she could watch what was going on with the actress who had the vitiligo skin condition. And I love also the fact that the other customers in the nail salon were defending the customer with the skin condition over the employee and stuff, and telling the employee was rude. And I love the fact that they were helping her. Again, I do not like rude employees. Number 5 on my list would have to be barista rude to customers. So in this scenario, you see like a barista who's constantly rude to all the customers in this coffee shop he's working at. He's like sticking his finger in someone else's coffee and then being disrespectful, ignoring the customers, and blah 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 blah. And like the customers are like getting super annoyed with his behavior and stuff, and they think it's just disrespectful and blah 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 blah. I am one of those people who hate people who are rude to customers, who hate employees that are rude to customers, because like you're trying to get business and give good service. You're not there to be jerks to people just because you're not having a good day. It's important to be nice to people and customers as well. Well, if you want good business. Number 6 on my list would have to be mother wants daughter to lose weight. So, I find this scenario pretty sad because you got this actress playing a mom and then another actress who's overweight playing a daughter, and they're picking out please ignore that sound, that's Daisy barking. They're picking out a dress for the daughters, for a daughter, but the mom doesn't like how the dress looks on the daughter and tells her she needs to lose weight for her to fit the dress. It really just broke my heart watching that poor little girl's mom telling her that she needs to lose weight. It just broke my heart because again, I hate people who judge people by their appearance. I know I said this throughout this entire video. I do not like when people judge others by their appearance. But one thing I love about this is I love how the customers are comforting the little girl and telling her that she looks beautiful no matter what, and I think that's very, very sweet. And then they're telling the mom to stop picking on the daughter for her weight and stuff, and how she'll grow into it and blah 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 and stuff like that. You need to leave your daughter alone. You need to stop talking about your daughter's weight. Blah 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 blah. You're pulling her self-esteem down, and they're trying to bring the little girl's self-esteem up, and I think that's very sweet. Number 7 on my list had to be employee steals from store. So in this scenario, you got a actor in a jewelry store, and he's giving helping. He's seems polite and kind at first, but then he's taking jewelry that is left out from a box and then sticking it in his pocket. People are catching him doing it, and they think he's joking around at first, and he's like, oh, I need this for my girlfriend and blah 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 blah, and they're telling him to put it back and blah 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 blah, and they're trying to see what people would do if they actually saw this and stuff. They're going, oh, you need to call the cops, he stole this, and they're telling the store employee what's going on and stuff, what is happening and blah 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 and stuff, and they're freaking out that he's stealing all the jewelry and blah 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 blah, and they're trying to get him to put the jewelry back so then he doesn't get in trouble and stuff, but he refuses. And employee theft, I hear, is a terrible thing that happens. I've heard there are several people that steal from their companies and blah 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 blah, employees that have stolen from some companies and blah 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 blah, and I've heard it a lot of employee theft on the news and stuff, and it is just the worst thing ever. It's terrible. Well, and stuff, but one thing I really like about this scenario is that I love the fact that people are just trying to get as hard as they can to just get the employee to put the jewelry back. Number 8 on my list would have to be the thief steals engagement ring. So this is also a scenario of what would you do. So all these are scenarios of what would you do, just so you guys know. So in this scenario, it takes place at a nail salon, and then this customer sees a engagement ring in a bowl, and then the thief steals the ring from the bowl, and people are catching her stealing it, and the woman is missing her ring, and she's freaking out, and then everybody's telling the woman who had the engagement ring that the thief stole her engagement ring and blah 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 blah. She goes, I didn't, and she keeps denying it and stuff, and they're trying as hard as they can to get her to put it back, but she refuses to put it back and keeps denying about the ring and stuff, and then she walks away, and they try to as hard as they can to catch her before she walks away with the ring and stuff. And I think, and that's a problem you have with some stores, is you never know if you leave some of your stuff in a certain place. You gotta make sure nobody steals it and stuff like that. So you gotta be super careful when you leave your stuff at places. That's why whenever I'm at a certain place, and I always watch my backpack and stuff back. If it's not on my back, I always just make sure I watch it to make sure no one steals it. Because I have some personal stuff that I don't want to get stolen and stuff. So yeah. Note to those who don't want their stuff stolen. Make sure you keep it in a safe place. Okay, like number 9. Okay, so number 9 on my list have to be hairdresser disapproves of interracial couples. So in this scenario, you got two women who are African American, and then an American man walks in, and the woman and the hairdresser who is also African American, doesn't like the woman's boyfriend because he's a different skin color and stuff, and a bunch of people think it's ridiculous that she's judging the boyfriend by the skin color, and I think it's personally stupid too, because like people can date whomever they want. They shouldn't be told who they can and can't date. It's a free country. You can date whoever you want. Like if I dated if I dated another woman, it'd be totally fine. Or if I dated a man who is medium skinned, that'd be totally fine and stuff. It's a free country. People can date whoever they want. It's not that big of a deal. There's no law saying you can't and stuff. And I love the fact that a bunch of people are stepping in and defending the couple instead of siding with the hairdresser about the couple's skin color and stuff. Like, it doesn't matter of skin color. It matters of love and personality and blah 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 blah. Excuse me. And that's all that matters. It's like, it just doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter. It just matters about love and how you love that person and why you love that person and stuff. Number 10 on my list has to be bartender looks through woman's phone. So, again, here's one of my biggest pet peeves. When people look through other people's things and stuff like that, like their phone or their email or their bank information, or like, let's say their bank information or yada yada yada, that's just like disrespectful. That's invasion of their privacy or something. So in this scenario, you got this woman who forgot her charger, and she asked the bartender if she could borrow his charger, and the bartender lets her use his charger, and then she goes to the bathroom for a sec, and then while she's in the bathroom, the man is looking through her phone and looking at all her personal pictures and her information, like seeing that she has a boyfriend, seeing where she works, and then making harsh text messages to people that she knows and blah 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 and stuff. That is stuff. And then I like the fact that people are stepping in and defending the woman and telling the bartender it's not okay to be going through her phone like that, and you shouldn't be looking at her phone and seeing what's on her phone and blah 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 and stuff. That is all her personal information, and you shouldn't be doing that and stuff blah 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 blah. And I love the fact that they're defending the woman instead of the bartender, and I think that's really nice. Okay, so those are my top 10 What Would You Do episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize that this video was so long, but thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post Monday through Saturday, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye. Excuse me.